Just a couple of days before the weekend at Gateway World Wide Technology Raceway begins, it has been announced by Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing that Chris Buescher will not be racing this weekend because he has COVID. Here's what the statement says. RFK Racing has announced that number 17 driver Chris Buescher has tested positive for COVID-19 and will miss this weekend's NASCAR Cup Series event at World Wide Technology Raceway, formerly Gateway Raceway. NASCAR Truck Series frontrunner Zane Smith will fill in for Buescher, piloting the number 17 Acronis Ford as NASCAR makes its much-anticipated return to WWTR. So Zane Smith is replacing Chris Buescher this week. This is our first COVID out of the race since maybe Austin Dillon in late 2020. For the Daytona Road Course. Jimmy Johnson missed a race in 2020 because of COVID. I'm trying to remember if we had any missed last year, but hopefully Chris Buescher's all right. I personally didn't know COVID protocols were still in place. But he tested positive, so I guess that's like the biggest concern. So hopefully Chris Buescher is okay, but they said that he is expected to return to action at Sonoma next week. So it seems like it's just a short-term thing. So it looks like Chris Buescher will be okay. It's just a matter of he tested positive. He can't go, potentially spread COVID still. He's going to miss the race this week at Gateway. Just a few days after flipping at Charlotte, he's going to miss Gateway for COVID. He's having a pretty rough week, it seems like. But hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he is healthy and he gets back at Sonoma next week, gets a couple negative tests or whatever it requires in the rule book or the COVID guidelines. Hopefully he's able to come back. But yeah, let's talk about his replacement, Zane Smith. Zane Smith will be making his Cup debut, only the fourth driver in the number 17 since 1999, I believe. Those four are Matt Kenseth, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Chris Buescher, and Zane Smith. So yeah, obviously that number 17 has been held down for a good amount of years by just a few drivers, but Zane Smith, it makes sense that he's going to make a start here for RFK as kind of the replacement driver, a quick, because it's Thursday, the weekend starting pretty soon, for a quick turnaround here for, the Cup Series race, and I think the trucks are going to be at Gateway too, but Zane Smith, for those of you who don't know, he's a Truck Series driver. He's had a very successful year. I think he's got 3 wins this year, they said. 3 wins, 8 top 10s, and 10 starts. So every single race that the Truck Series has had this year, Zane Smith has been in the top 10. He's been a really good driver. And then also you have to factor in Gateway, the track we are going to. It's the first time the Cup Series is going to Gateway, but the Truck Series has raced there for a number of years now. Zane Smith has been in the trucks for a number of years. So it makes sense that you're going to put a guy in the car. He may not have any Cup experience. He may have only been in trucks as a young guy, but he has experience at this racetrack, which is a pretty important thing, I would say, for a replacement driver, but and also for a short noticed, replacement driver, because it really was like almost last minute. It's Thursday afternoon, almost Thursday evening. The trucks tomorrow, I believe, and then you got the Cup qualifying practice all on Saturday, so you can't go look for someone. If this was like Monday and this had happened, maybe you have a little bit of time to look for a replacement. Maybe get Matt Kenseth back in the car. I don't know. But, for such a short-term replacement, I think this is a good person to put in the car. But that's pretty quick news story there. But hopefully Chris Buescher is all right. Hopefully he doesn't have any bad symptoms, and hopefully he's back at Sonoma. As for Zane Smith, hopefully he does well in the Truck Series. And then hopefully he does well in the Cup Series. So I'll be interested to see how he does in the 17 car, and let's see how I guess if he does really well, maybe it'll help his reputation. Maybe he'll be able to get booted up or something. But to the Cup Series or Xfinity, get an Xfinity ride or something like that. But another thing it impacts is the playoff situation for Chris Buescher. I think he's 75 points out of the playoffs right now, and it's a little bit of a long shot, but he definitely could still point his way in. But after this, I think this is going to be a decent hit on the points for Chris Buescher, so it might be looking at must-win territory after this race, but right now, hopefully the priority, Chris Buescher getting healthy, getting back at Sonoma next week, but yeah, that's all. Chris Buescher out this week. Zane Smith is in for RFK. Got a race on Sunday. So, yeah.